Hello, here we are again. I'm going to be adding a module to CBGB's site, and it's something anybody can do. You just need to choose the modules, and we do that from well, let's go to the admin. I can show you how I get to it. That's probably the easiest way. You might as well start as we mean to go on and keep it simple. So we're going to pop onto the home page, and now we're going to have a look at the administration section. So as my usual habit is, I will leave the main window open so I can check what edits I'm doing, and then we'll go into CBGB's main administration area. So to add a module, we go into the extensions section and go to install, uninstall. Right, this is quite a neat little toy, and it allows you to choose a file on your machine and then upload the file and install it automatically. Now, to find the modules, if you have a look in the Joomla website, you'll see there's a huge amount of help on here for doing stuff on the website, and this is where I normally start out. I'm looking for things that are quick and clever because I have a number of sites to develop, and getting all the bits and pieces together, well, I just don't have time to delve into the code too much. So I'm looking for things that people have already made, and you can choose from here. Just keep your eye on things. Some of them are free, and some of them require that you log into the website or have a subscription, but in general you'll find there's lots of bits and pieces which are free, which are helpful. But I'm looking for the Sorcerer, which is a really neat little module that encapsulates your code and allows you to put multimedia content, or basically any sort of content, onto your website. So in here somewhere is the Sorcerer. There we go. So click on that. Now it's important that you select the website, you select the directory on the left hand side of the page, and that you click on the particular component you want to upload on the right hand side, and then it sits nicely into the file name box, and you can click open. Open. You'll see now that it's in the little box on the administration area. Simple then. Click upload file and install. And we'll see what happens. I had a bit of a twitch then, and I clicked it twice. So, okay, it hasn't broken it, and it gives us a bit of feedback telling you that it's been updated successfully. So what does this little fella do? Well, if we go into content, let's go into article manager, and we'll grab any article. Let's see, the Joomla community. Let's pick that one up. Now the article opens in a really nice editor window. You have lots of control over what you're showing in there, and if you know a bit HTML, you can actually toggle the editor so that you go into HTML. Now it looks kind of complicated at first, but you can see a pattern type of emerging inside these little HTML quote marks, or whatever they are. It gives you some indication about the style of the actual writing that shows up on the main page. You don't have to get into any of that if you don't want. It's pretty straightforward just to type your stuff in and use the standard editing facilities at the top, you know, format buttons and all that kind of thing, and it will do the HTML for you. So let's just change this one so you can get the feel of it. Right, we're on CBGB, so we'll put CBGB's YouTube. Now we'll get rid of the alias, because if you hold your mouse over the box, it will kind of give you some help, and it tells you to leave that blank, and Joomla will fill it in for us, which is fantastic. We're going to publish it, but we're not going to put it onto the front page. and in categories, let me see, we'll just leave it as the community for now. We can change those categories later using this similar bits and pieces. So what I want to do now is I want to embed a video on there, and I've just uploaded this fella here, so let's see if I can get the code. Let me do that again. We've done some bits and pieces there. We've moved down a little bit to give us some space. Let's have a look at the HTML on that. Right, as you can see, we're going to have that as strong. Let's just change that a little bit, because it should be a capital one there. Sorry about that pop. So we'll go back now to the normal view, and you can see that you can change it in the HTML. Just got to be careful with the bits and pieces that surround the actual text that you're displaying. If you mess up any of these little bars here, it'll go very strange on you. But generally speaking, it's fairly straightforward. Now we're going to embed that video onto here, and this is where the sorcerer button comes in. So if you click on that, you can see it's got some. Wait a minute, let me turn that off. That's doing my head in. Right, stop going through the tutorial while I'm trying to explain how to set the tutorial up. Okay, sorcerer code helper. So what you do is paste the bits and pieces that I collected on the YouTube site. That looks really complicated, but fortunately we don't have to worry about the article. It's not published. Okay, the next thing is we need to link it to a menu item. So let's just close that. Have a look on the front page and see which menus are perhaps more interesting. Let's put it into resources. That'd be quite good. So going back in here, we now need to find the menu that's called resources. There's some bits and pieces which have been unpublished, if you like. That stops them showing up on the front page. So what we can do is we can click on one and bend it to our will, as they say. So on here we're going to put in CBGB's YouTube. Get rid of the alias again, because Joomla will put the correct one in. Now let's we'll just apply that for now. So it's changed the title. I mean, you can see it's put the alias in for you. But what I don't want it to do is I don't want it to link to a forum. So you can see here that on the menu item type it says external link. I want to change that so it links to an article. So I click change type. Then I look down for the articles, click on there, and that'll give me some options. I could have a list of articles in there, which is something that we could do perhaps. But what I want to do is just for simplicity is just create an article layout. So you can see now that it's got all the bits in place. It wants to display in resources. We could put it in any of the menus if we wanted. We're going to publish it. And we're going to have it open in our window here. So that's a parent window with browser navigation. So let's go up to the top and select the article. So select. Now what we're looking for is our YouTube one, which we've just created. Having done all that, checking the title's okay, everything's okay, and let's save it. So you'll now see that in there we have the article that we've just created. We've published it, and I want to have a look at it. So let's go back to the main page. Nothing's changed on here as yet. So the reason for that is because this page was assembled in the browser before we did the changes. So just to see the changes, we'll click on reload the page. And voila, we have web links. That's not what I wanted, is it? Oh right, there you go. Oops. The CBGB's YouTube page. So there we go. CBG's YouTube. We can click on that now, and off we go.